This won't hurt any more than it has to.
So all of it, I'm preparing myself for.
She moves closer, and with a wave of her hand, everyone except for Eric is pinned to their chairs, unable to move. Eric, you're also unable to move.
What am I pinned to?
You're pretty much standing there, unable to move. So you're pinned to yourself and the floor, but vertically. And she reaches over with these long fingernails. She stretches open Eric's eye, puts her fingernails behind it, and slowly pulls one of Eric's eyes out. But she doesn't pull it out all the way. She pulls it out so that it's still attached by the veins and the nerve. Yes, I know. And she begins saying some magic words and slowly detaching the veins one at a time until finally severing the optic nerve.
Oh, no. No.
She takes the eye, pops it in her mouth, and eats it.
Oh.
Now the spell's finished. That last part was just for fun. Eating it, no sense making it go to waste. Eric, you receive a powerful vision of the codex. So it's pretty much one of those things where you get an extreme close-up of the codex, and then it zooms out, and you see the statue that it's inside. And then it zooms out, and you see a guarded mansion that's got a lot of heavily oriental decoration. And then it zooms out again, and you're able to somehow know, you just somehow have the knowledge, supernaturally, that this mansion is at a very specific place inside Rapid City, South Dakota.
All right.
You guys are able to move, and she looks at everyone. She's very happy. And as far as she is concerned, you're all free to leave.
Once he's not pinned, draws his gun and moves on Baba Yaga.
I reach over and put my hand on his arm.
You could have told us that was required.
Oh, I did. I told you casting spells was nasty business.
We killed a man. I thought that was the cost. I talked...
I'm still working on that bolt.
We didn't know what we were volunteering for. You should have told us. No one knew what they were volunteering for. We had no idea.
She waves her hand, and your gun moves to the side and gets very, very hot. You're forced to drop it.
Fine.
None of that, dearie. I won't have you disrespecting me in my own home.
This is why I don't deal with witches.
I apologize for him.
Yes, I understand. He's not the first person who didn't, but he got what he asked for, just not in the way that he thought he would. Such is the cost of magic.
Now look at Eric.
He can see half of you. By the way, Eric, you're getting 2 points of grit for having a missing eye.
I stand up and leave.
Oh. I go too.
I turn around, I reach down, pick up my gun, and leave. Go out to the car, get in the driver's seat, angrily throw my gun onto the dashboard.
Now that we're back to the car, I get a big old wrapped ace bandage out of go over to Eric with my poultice and bandage, and I say, hold still.
I do so.
Okay, I start jamming that stuff in there.
There was no more damage done to Eric than had to be done as far as having his eye removed. But as far as having an eye pulled out of your face, this is about as good as it could be done. So the poultice...
I relay that information to him.
I'm sure it's a great comfort. Eric, how you feeling about that?
Nothing to say.
Okay, he's stoically accepting everything that you're giving him.
And then I give him an ace bandage iPad.
Okay.
I take out, I'm sure we have notepads and notebooks and things like that. And I take out a pen. I write the information down. So now you have what I have. With that, I get in the front seat, pop in my earbud, and close my good eye.
If I may make a suggestion, I think that Eric here would probably do well with an actual bed to sleep in rather than a car.
Helen, how long have you been doing this?
About 80 years.
Joe, take the wheel. Do you remember what I told you about getting rooms? Here's a card. I get out and I get in the back seat.
Joe stares out in space for a moment, and he slowly scooches on over and gets driver's turns. You know, you can just see the weight on him. Like, this is, you can tell he's screwed up as shit.
Make a grit roll for me.
13 plus 5, 18.
Pull over. Now.
What?
Now.
Alright, okay.
It's mostly whiskey and tea and some blackberry pie and some In-N-Out. A chili cheeseburger. It's all really bad. It tastes so bad coming up because it's all burning and awful in and out with a nice blackberry hint.
Can I cast Vitality on him?
Yeah, you feel a little better. I guess the best way I could put it is you feel better than you think you should, and that makes you angry.
I glare at the witch.
Joe says that under his breath. Wish I could do the same thing.
We would get 3 rooms on
For
my
some
credit
reason.
card.
Can I cast Vitality on the roof?
The dent is much stronger.
No, I want to get the dent out of there.
The dent will be impossible to remove now.
God
Ah,
damn it!
You'll need a replacement roof.
I
you
can't
didn't even
afford
roll,
that.
though.
Doesn't matter. You're strengthening the dent. I go to Eric, and I sort of like tap on the table. I'm not gonna pull out his earbud. I can just.
He doesn't want to talk about Nam.
I know that. I'm not gonna write it down, but I'm sure he can read lips well enough to know when he says I'm sorry.
You get no response.
Feelings are not validated, Gerald.
Of course they're not. There's no reason to be. I walk outside, take a second, I drink some whiskey.
I'm outside. I'm just watching you do this.
Motherfucker! Okay, he would go find Joe. 3 flasks deep worth of whiskey, which is about 12 to 15 drinks.
Gerald finds you. He's looking pretty sauced.
Boom, boom, boom,
It's a
boom,
store.
boom. Hey, you got a second?
Yes, Shannon.
Yeah, you got a second?
Oh my God.
I need to talk to you.
Everyone says
Like, I mean, you know.
Come on in. So you have the whiskey bottle on you? Or you holding
Yeah,
the bottle,
at this
or-
point, the flask is done. I just went into the trunk for one of the actual bottles. So,
Joe takes extends his hand, asks for the bottle.
there you go. Actually, hold on. One more. There you go. It's all yours.
Takes the bottle, takes one of those cups that's in every hotel room for
Can I knock on their door real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm knocking.
the pizza.
the knocking sound. Tuk, 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 by the way.
You're a popular guy today.
Look into the keyhole, see it's her, open the door.
No, you come in here. I gotta talk to you too.
Just one second. Just one of them.
You could be very useful. I fucked up. I really fucked up. I had no idea that would happen.
None of us did.
Yeah, but I talked him into doing that. Which I guess it could have been your eye. But I had no idea that was going to happen.
Mine, yours.
Well, I didn't volunteer, did I? We're not just going to save Megan, but we're gonna do something about this, right?
I don't know who Megan is, but you got it.
I got into this, you guys. I kind of really had nothing else going, so I thought maybe I could be useful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe be of use of service. I don't think as soon as we get this the deck, I appreciate it, but I'm done after that. You tried to warn me. I get it now.
I told you about how life would be difficult if you tried to do this. There were a lot of things you didn't know, and it was going to be a whole new life, essentially. And you should have gone home. And now suddenly you're smack dab in the middle of what we're doing.
I don't like your method.
I don't like our methods.
Maybe this was the only way to things go down. Maybe it was killing that man, killing those monsters, generational killers. You know, maybe it was the right thing to do, but it doesn't sit right with me, and I can't make those decisions, and I'm not going to. So
You know what? You're right. Get out now. And I'll tell you, in 30 years of hunting, I've never done what we've done in the last couple of weeks.
It's not normally like this.
She's right. How old are you?
122.
Well, that's just clearly unnatural. From here on, we go get Megan. We save her. Shit, I'd like to say that your demon problems are over, but you've already been seen with us. We fix this problem with them, you're out. You want to hunt? It's up to you. But we have to fix this, and we have to make it right by Eric. God damn it, I'm old as fuck. But
How old are you?
Stopped counting after about 44. I'm sorry, by the way. I'm a
It's
little bit old and a little bit white, but do what you can. If you can help my friend Eric, do what you can. I will back you every way I can possibly do so.
You might not want to say that quite yet, but,
Eye for an eye, right?
well, if you say exactly that,
Eye for an eye.
are you sure? Because if you are sure,
I feel that.
Wait, is that a thing?
yes, and I walk out the door.
Nope.
You try to get up. The problem is that the floor isn't staying still.
Damn it, witch, come here.
Okay,
I fall over, drunkenly and awful, like a fat Val Kilmer. Wait, is that a thing? Eye for an eye?
this is stupid, and I cast Vitality on him to energize him, not to transfer any.
Yeah, you're feeling pretty good. The booze hit you just right.
Wait, can you do that?
Yes,
Yes? Do it. Now.
I would need to verify it, see what other witches are in the area. I would need to see what components I would need exactly. I need to check on some codexes. I have a phone too, yes.
Witch thinks they could do it. I'll do it. Fuck Joe. Like, fuck him in his room. I'm done with him. Like, I wanted to talk to him about how this didn't matter, but now I suddenly have a new different in. I'll do it right here. Chicken legs. Don't care. Can I just grab her and pull her close in a way that isn't awful?
You're drunk and old and fat, and she's a young-looking woman.
I know. I'm old, he's young. He's useful in a fight, I'm not. I can lose an eye. Can you do that? Is that what you're saying?
If you're willing to give up one of your eyes, I can definitely see if I could transfer one to you.
And do what you can, quickly.
Okay, no, that was good. All right, so we are going to sign off like we normally do. And Star, you get to be a part of this, so we're going to go just straight down the line in the stream. I'm Tom, the Game Master, Gumberculese.
Aaron Val were the gray-white disappointment this week.
Kyle doesn't give a damn either.
He's always the last dude, but he was right next to me.
No, Chocolate Thunder, man. Like, come on, bring it. All right, I'm Corey. I'm really a Muppet.
You're totally a Muppet.
It's actually Kyle's hand up my ass, animating.
It's the only way you're black.
Wow.
Just saying.
Fuck you up.
Wow.
Kyle, am I wrong?
You really are a disappointment.
You are.
I'm right.
Kyle, do you want to sign off?
I'm an American, a Negro, 2 souls, 2 thoughts, 2 unreconciled strivings, 2 warring ideals, 1 dark body, whose dogged strength alone keeps it from being torn asunder.
Why can't you do that, Corey?
No, because Kyle hasn't put the words in my mouth. Come on.
Corey, or Kyle, you need to ration that shit out. Corey, just saying. Star.
All right. Yeah, Star, bring us home.
I'm Star and I got to play, and you can too if you donate copious amounts of dollar bills.
Awesome.
I don't. Corey just said something at me, but I don't care because Star was amazing at that.
Oh shit! Oh damn it! I already drank like a whole bunch of Cannonball Blast just now. I promised my friend who gave me this Captain Morgan that I would take a drink before I went on stream. So, man, I'm going to be drunker than I wanted to be.
That's a lot of fucking rum.
This is not bad. It goes down pretty smooth. I'll take another one because this is a holiday episode. I got some holiday gear going on. One of my viewers, LC Flyaway, she bought me a present. I wanted to show that on stream. And also, Corey and Kyle and Aaron, I've got some Christmas gifts that I got for you guys. I wanted to share that with everybody on stream so that you guys can all enjoy that with me. So I got like some cool stickers. I got this this pretty cool little tote bag, which I don't use tote bags, but I like to collect things that look cool. So I might use it like if I have to go somewhere and I need to take things with me. What else? There's like a little hat. That's a sports hat. Get the thing. What is it? Move the thing to the other thing. So, and then the shirt that I'm wearing was also in the box. So,
Nice.
LC Flyaway, really, thank you very much for your Christmas present. That was awesome.
Yeah.
For my friends here, I got every one of you something. First of all is my gift to Aaron. So Aaron, if you're watching, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take $15 and this is going in your laptop fund. That's from me to you. So I'm going to get you a little bit closer to that goal. Corey.
I don't care what Tom does. Never thank him. You know.
Corey.
Yeah.
You get a choice here. I got you an either or Christmas present.
Oh.
It's not a Sophie's choice.
Well, tell me this. Whatever I don't choose, will it go to Kyle?
No.
Oh, it's not even worth it.
Whatever you don't choose, I'm going to keep for myself. Okay, so 2 choices. The first choice is a copy of the 2007 obscure movie Pathfinder, which is unrated and starring nobody you're familiar with, but it is Dungeons and Dragons related. So, I mean, there's guys, I'm looking on the back here, and there's like guys with horses and swords, and like a dude holding up a severed head. So it's probably not unwatchable. So that's door number 1. Door number 2 is a home cooked holiday dinner at my house where we can chill out and
door number 1
and hang. Either way, you're gonna have to come to my house.
Door number 1.
Corey, what do you want?
Unless he's buying it or making stew, take door number 1.
Oh, he's making stew? Yeah. Yeah, I'll take the stew. If you're making the stew, I'll come back for the stew.
No. I didn't say he was making the stew. I said less he's making the stew. He's never confirmed stew.
Oh, yeah. That makes a big difference, Stevie. What's going on? Will stew be on the menu? The stew has been epic. It's green. It's green. It's always green.
Yeah, so it's not so much stew at that point. It's more meat and potato pork.
There you go. Next time we get together pre-game, that's what I want.
Okay,
I want the stew.
Kyle, I know that you don't care about things like that, and you'd rather not spend time with anybody if you don't have to. So your Christmas present is this.
Nice.
Just a tip, baby.
Yep, just the tip.
All right, Star, you get a pat on the back.
A hearty congratulations on the job well done last week. That is your present.
It was fantastic.
We loved having you.
Gerald proceeded to get very drunk to the point where he is currently blackout drunk. He's passed out. He is unwakeable. Who knows what else he took besides all of the booze that he drank, which was way too much. So that's where Gerald is right now. He's passed out. Helen, she left to go do some research on a way to see if there was anything that could be done to help Eric. Eric's currently missing an eye. But that brings me to my favorite part of the show, which is the opening cinematic. And the reason it is my favorite part of the show is because I don't have to interact with my characters at all.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Thanks, Kyle. The three men in completely white, hard plastic masks that covered their entire faces silently crept around the side of the house, making their way towards the back door. They were short and also very thin, barely larger than children. Christmas was right around the corner, and all of the houses were fully decked out with holiday cheer. It was a fairly well-off neighborhood, and many of the houses were engaged in a full, blown-out, festive War of the Roses. Instead of Lancaster and York heaving cannonballs, you have Jackson and Smith chucking garland. The trees and the stockings were fully decked out. The milk and the cookies were spread all about. The lights on the walls really twinkle like stars, and wrapped in the boxes are dollies and cars. When from out near the back, there's a seasonal clatter as the glass on the door to the house starts to shatter, and the three tiny men make their way in with stealth, sneaking past all the walls filled with holiday wealth. There were garlands and tinsels and blue Christmas balls as the three tiny men made their way through the halls. Their shiny white masks twinkled bright from the lights. As they made for kids' rooms, it was quiet as mice, and the lights sparkled off as they pulled out their knives, as they reached for the still sleeping children's sweet lives. Their tiny red hearts were a powerful tool for the old Eldar magic that they soon would endure. So they each creeped in closer and opened their sacks. They grabbed at the children with savage attacks. They struggled and kicked as they scurried to run, when their screams woke up Dad as he grabbed for his gun, and he raced for their rooms with his end to the threat. The three sneaky men beat the kids harder yet, and Dad barreled through and he took a loud shot, and the three dropped their bags and they growled a lot. And they ran, and they pulled out red candy cane blades, and they cut Papa's middle like a steak gets filleted. Father screamed as he held his warm guts barely in, as they slipped through his hands and blood ran down his chin. Then the kids heard Dad drop with a sickening thump as their heads each received a vigorous bump. The children were still, and their father was too. And the three white-masked men knew just what to do. With a wave of their hands and a strong pinch of mint, they all vanished away, leaving hardly a hint. And the pop of the fire filled the now quiet night, as Dad's glassy eyes surrendered their light. That's when Mom stumbled in, from outside in the cold, with a fresh pumpkin pie that was too hot to hold. Her children were gone, and her husband was dead, and the floor of their room was a sickening red. Then the pie hit the floor, mixing in the bloodstream, giving Mom both hands free as she let out a scream. That is today's opening cinematic. We got Eric. You're brooding. You're brooding like a motherfucker. Doing everything you can not to think about the shit that just happened to your eye and how it's all Gerald's fault. So you can't sleep. You got that police scanner going, and you hear something that piques your radar. 3 missing children and a homicide victim where the father was stabbed to death in his kid's room.
All right. What time of the night is it?
It's pretty much about an hour since you knew that Gerald got blackout drunk and took some pills. He probably will live through the night. You've seen him do not as much as he did, but he's going to be out of it.
Well, if he rolls over on his back and I see it, I roll him on the side so he doesn't drown in his vomit. Well, he sits there considering whether or not to involve Joe in this, because he knows at this point Joe is getting real fucking skittish.
Yeah.
He doesn't know if he has the temperament to deal with that at the moment, but he knows that the best way for a hunter to die is to go off on his own. And he may not be completely jazzed about losing his eye, but he's not suicidal either. So he'll head over to Joe's room. Knock, knock, knock. Tuck, tuck, tuck.
I started that, by the way. Yeah, I'm coming. Looks up to the keyhole. I said keyhole. I looks up to the keyhole.
What are you doing at that? Do you want me to come back in 5 to 10 minutes and let you finish? You looking at pee holes and shit.
So he looks through the pee hole. So, what does he find?
A creamy supply.
Like, I want you to take control of the world right now. Whatever you want to happen, it happens.
Okay.
I want no part of this. My fingerprints are not on this. I'm sorry.
Disgusting, Joe.
You look through the keyhole.
Through the keyhole, all right.
Can I come in?
Yeah. And,
all right. I walk in and take a seat in the chair. So, Joe, I know that you didn't come by this life by choice. Most of us don't. You've seen a lot in a very short time. You've been with us. I've been doing this for years, and I don't know if I told you this, but I started with my pops. He got me into the life. I couldn't imagine jumping into this. What you got here is the deep end, and we're doing shit that we've never done before. I know I can speak for Conway, even though he's been doing this for a long time because he is a very old white man. He's never seen shit like this either. I get that the shit can overwhelm, and I get that my perceived aggressiveness with some humans may not sit well with you, but desperate times and all that, and I'll never apologize for killing a monster, whatever shape it comes in. That said, some just came across police scanners, and I don't know if it's our thing, but even if there's a chance, I think we should take a look at it. And Conway's out for the night, probably out for the next few days. Me losing an eye was really hard on him, apparently, but it looks like there was an abduction of 3 children and the murder of their father. Thinking about going to check it out, and I was hoping that you'd have my back on this one.
I see where you're going with it. My boy just stayed the night with, he'd always think there was a monster under his bed or in his closet when he was real little. One night when he was a little older, did tell him that monsters are real, but they would be people. As far as I'm concerned, Eric, those people who held the Gorgon, what they did, it's indescribable. After that, I could roll with you a little bit. I could see where you were coming from, and I get that. That was a real gray area, and didn't sit right with me, but I really understood what you were. But
well, to clarify, he wasn't just diddling kids. He was running a ring. He was filming and distributing what he was doing to those children.
Eric,
dozens of children.
My problem with that is that he was already evicted. He was already sentenced. I don't believe that was our retake.
Listen, it wasn't about revenge. He was the worst scum of the earth. He didn't deserve to draw another breath. Whether it was our revenge to take or not, he was someone who could be removed from this earth and the earth be made better for that. So for that, I won't apologize.
I'm not asking you to apologize, Eric. I'm just telling you that it's just not. And I'm not saying you're a bad guy, Eric, and I'm not saying that you're wrong. I've never said you were wrong. What I'm just saying, that's the kind of situation I didn't foresee myself. But on to this case. Yeah, guy just got killed, and I think it might be something.
It just feels off. And even if I'm wrong, and it's not technically our kind of thing, I'm still a pretty good investigator. So if the monster behind it is entirely human, I still think I can find those kids and hopefully get them back home.
I'm all for that, Eric. But are we going?
Yeah.
So if it turns into a manhunt, I mean, do I got to expect to be another opportunity for your justice? I don't want to be. I'm all for apprehension.
Mm-hmm.
Turn the man and get these kids back. And if it's your life or my life against his, there's no choice. But I don't want to go out there and be a killer.
Well, if he comes at us and he's not willing to be apprehended, I'm not willing to die to save his life. But if we can apprehend him and it turns out to be just a human, we'll do our best to apprehend him. All right. Where did abduction take place?
You're able to get an address from the message that went out over the police scanner. So yeah, you've got an address. That's all you have.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the continent. I leave Conway a note.
You're gonna drive the continent?
Yep.
I don't know Gerald that well, but he loves this damn car. I thought he was gonna kick my ass at the whole windshield. I was like scraping money together and everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, right now Conway is up to his liver in white guilt, so I don't think he's gonna say much about it.
All right, shotgun.
It's only 2 people.
I don't want to be placed in the back again. Just
Like, he might be more offended if you wanted to ride in the back at this point. Joe and Eric make their way to the crime scene. This is not a next day scenario. This is like an active, just happened investigation.
I'm pretty confident in those kind of game. I'm gonna walk them through it.
Yeah. So what's the plan here? Are we U.S. Marshals? We're FBI. What's the game plan here?
Going in as FBI.
And I'm just gonna say as little as possible.
No. You have a far better con game than I, so you're gonna talk.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
I've never done this before, man. I'm just, I'm the new guy. I'm supposed to be learning from you.